Well, hello. Welcome to another Friday night game night where we take an online quiz together, compare answers, see who did the best. Usually you guys. But we have fun doing it together. Um, you go on this Bible quiz website, and apparently they didn't update it with a new quiz this week. So I went back into their archives and looking for a quiz that we probably didn't take or haven't taken together. And I look back, and it was actually back towards 2020. So before we even started doing this, so we definitely haven't done this quiz together. So let's try this out. All right. So the category for the quiz today is forgiveness in the Bible. All right. Let's see. Maybe they've. I know as they've done these quizzes over the years that they've taken interesting themes, and so this is certainly an interesting theme to do a quiz on. So let's do it together. So you could remember your answers, write them down, and then we'll compare your answers to my answers. Sometimes, uh, not sometimes, usually your answers are more correct. So, all right, question number one: forgiveness in the Bible. How many times did Peter suggest that a brother should be forgiven? Six, seven, eight, or nine? All right. It's interesting there's a specific number because if there's a number, that means there's usually a limit, especially for how long a person lives. And we know this because, of course, Christ would teach the concept of forgiveness from this suggestion. And my answer, probably yours, is seven, right? Seven. Jesus would answer 70 times 7, but not in the matter of 690, right? 7 times 7, 69, right? Or 68. What is it? Right? 68? 68? I don't even know. We're in Bible, not math. Okay, so 7. Let's go do this. 7. Question number 2. Let's figure this thing out here so that we can see not only the question but the answers. How many times did Jesus say that someone should be forgiven? Up to 10 times, up to 100 times, up to 70 times, or up to 70 times 7. And I alluded it to the previous question. And of course, it's not the number, it's the exponential factor of 7. So it's not counting 7 times you forgive, but exponentially to where you're able to freely forgive, and you should, or else you reach your limit, right? So up to 70 times 7. That's the answer. So far, an easy quiz. So far. Question number 3. How much did the debtor in Jesus' parable owe, but was unable to pay? 10 talents, 100 talents, 1,000 talents, 10,000 talents. I'll give you a moment to give your answer before I talk it out. Sometimes what I talk out may influence you towards the wrong answer. All right, so my answer is, I believe, 10. 10. 10 talents. Okay. Question number 4. How much was the debtor owed but refused to forgive? 10 denarii, 100 denarii, 1,000 denarii, or 10 talents? Is this a trick question? Because, well, whatever you answered, right, the debtor, I'll say 10, right? Why the change in currency? Maybe you know the answer, because I don't. It should be 10, right? 10. Okay. Question number 5. Who asked David to forgive her in order to preserve her husband's life? Ahinoam, Abigail, Bathsheba, or Naomi? In order to preserve her husband's life. Okay. So I already see the name Bathsheba, and of course, in order to preserve her husband's life, David did not preserve her husband's life. In fact, sent him to his death. So that Bathsheba and Naomi is not in the time frame. Ahinoam, I don't know who that is, but Abigail is a wife of David. So I believe that's the one. Wait, who asked her to forgive her in order to preserve her husband's life? So, but Abigail is, right? I'm already, am I messing myself up? Okay, I'll just say Abigail, because I don't know. Great way to answer that question. Okay, question number 6. Who did Joseph's brothers claim had asked Joseph to forgive them for doing evil to him? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Rachel. Who did Joseph's brothers claim they asked Joseph to forgive them for doing? Their dad, right? Who's their dad? Jacob. Who did so Joseph's brothers? Who did Joseph's brothers claim had asked Joseph? So the Joseph's brothers claimed that Jacob had asked Joseph to forgive them for doing evil. That sounds right. That sounds right. Okay, question number 7. Which of these verses do not deal? Oh, Second Chronicles 7:14. Okay, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, I will forgive. Okay, that's there. I forgot what Mark 11:25 is. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna cheat. Look, I'm not looking it up. Acts 2:24. First John 1:9. He is faithful and just to forgive. Okay, Mark 11:25. Why does Acts 2:24? Okay, that's Acts 2. That's verse 24. That's in Peter's sermon because Acts 2 is beginning of Acts 2 was Pentecost, and then the subsequent event of Pentecost was Peter, and then maybe at the end he was calling out forgiveness. Versus Mark 11:25, that could be another parable about forgiveness. So I'll go with Acts 2:24. That may be isn't that the one where calling on the name of the Lord, right? But it doesn't deal with forgiveness. Okay, that's mine. Okay. All right. Question number 8. Jesus said, to whom little is forgiven, the same loves little, or little is required, or much is required, or forgiveness is foolish. To whom little is forgiven, to whom it's one of the required ones. Much is required. To whom little is forgiven, much is required, right? Right? Okay. Question number 9. What is described as the unpardonable sin? Murder, blasphemy against the Spirit, adultery, harming a child. Well, it's good they put sins here. And of course, I don't think I need to think this out because it's blasphemy against the Spirit. So I think you guys got that one right. All right. Question number 10. Final question. Who did the scribe say could forgive sins? A priest, Jesus, God, or a sacrificial lamb? The scribes. So that's very unique, specific. Scribes. Now, the scribes were the ones who wrote down the Word of God. And it sounds like it's a correlation to the religious in Jesus' time. And they said only God can forgive sins. Of course, Jesus here can also forgive sins. But this is what the scribes say could forgive sins. God. Okay, let's see how well I did, how well you did. View score. I'm going to have to transition this out. What? I was expecting like a 40, maybe 45, 35. So I got three wrong. Three wrong. Okay, that's okay. Three wrong. 7 out of 10. All right, let's see what happened here. How many times did Peter suggest that a brother should be forgiven? 7. Okay. They give good ones, easy ones. Question number 2. How many times did Jesus say that someone should be forgiven? Up to 70 times 7. Oh, this is oh, this is what happened. This is where I messed up. How much did the debtor in Jesus' parable owe? One unable to pay. It was 10,000 talents. Right? When you're in debt, you're in debt, right? So then, oh, okay. Now it makes sense. How much was the debtor owed, but refused to forgive? I remember the story. Yes, it was just 10. Okay, that accounted for 2 out of the 3. All right, that I got wrong. Question number 5. Who asked David to forgive her in order to preserve her husband's life? Abigail. There we go. Who did Joseph's brothers claim and asked Joseph to forgive them of doing evil to him? Yes, Jacob. Question number 7. Which of these verses does not deal with forgiveness? Yes. I'm proud of that one because I was recalling Bible. Okay. Question number 8. Oh, to whom little is forgiven? That might have been some sort of meme quote. The same loves little. Now I'm recalling it. Okay. So that means question number 9. What is described? Oh, let me just do this here. What is described as the unpardonable sin, blasphemy against the Spirit? And then question number 10. Who did the scribe say could forgive sins? God. All right. So I probably don't need to ask you how well you did because it's probably better than I did. But it was fun. This was fun. So hope you had fun too. And so until next time, next week, hopefully we'll do a brand new quiz and have some fun together again. So in the meantime, enjoy the coming spring weather. For me and most of my family, we have allergies. So and for many of us living in Sacramento, all the trees and all the pollen, and it was pretty windy. Pretty windy. But a new season. Hey, God gives us all these new seasons, new times, new events, new things in our lives. And so we're here to, of course, always love God and love others. God bless you. See you next time.